Yo, Scorpio season 2023. Ooh-wee! Y'all, the heat is turning up. We're starting off Scorpio season with Mars in Scorpio. Hello. So, buckle up, bitch! Ah! It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general astrology reading for Scorpio season 2023. It's not a reading necessarily. I'm just putting y'all on game here with the important astrological transits that are happening for Scorpio season 2023. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising. I highly suggest, all the patrons already know on Patreon, but the readings hit different at the end of the season than when you watch them at the beginning. So I would feel like definitely check out Sun, Moon, and Rising for Libra season. If you're a patron, they're on there. If not, everything, the meat of the reading, everything like except for the extended, the Patreon plunge, the extended, is on YouTube. So get you some. For free shit, check out my Instasham at JustJEverything, TikTok at JustJEverything. And for other dope shit that I do, check out my website. And my website is JustJEverything.com. And I'm shuffling just because my brain works better when I shuffle for some reason. But I'll pull a card at the end. So we're talking about Scorpio season. And in Scorpio season, we have to talk about power, like your source of power, where that power comes from. And this season, it's going to be power coming from intense depths within you that are bubbling up. This season is ruled by the god of war, Mars, and Pluto, Hades, the god of the underworld. You know what I mean? And so this is like your deep seed soul core self, the self that is unrealized, that's closeted even. There is profound rebirth happening here, profound transformation that's happening here. When we're talking about Scorpio, we're talking about desire, we're talking about truth, we're talking about sex, we're talking about mysteries, but we're also talking about a purification, whatever that means to you, you know. But Scorpio is the sign of I desire. And with Mars there, you will be motivated to acquire, you will be motivated to seek out, acknowledge, and therefore acquire your heart's desires. And I feel like this is stuff that's coming back from that Venus retrograde in Leo. There's going to be a lot of, like ding, light bulbs coming on, like aha moments in regards to desires, in regards to your heart, in regards to your willpower. And so when we're talking about Scorpio energy, we have to understand also that still waters run deep. Like there is so much going on beneath the surface than you can imagine, and there always will be. But here I feel like we're drawn to like look underneath the surface, but also that means that things are being concealed under the surface. You're concealing things. Ooh, this sunlight that's coming in is everything. Thank you. So let's get into it. On October 23rd, Scorpio gets the sun, and the sun reveals. Mars is there. Mars motivates. And Scorpio's your desires. So I do feel like there is an exposure, like deep and powerful realizations. What's been in the dark comes to light. And I feel like it has a lot to do with you. You may be thinking, oh, other people's secrets are going to be coming out. Sure, there's going to be lots of that. But there could be stuff about you that you're realizing about yourself. There will be stuff about yourself that is coming up to the surface, stuff about the father's bloodline, stuff about the father's side of the family, your father's role in your life, the action or inaction that the father provided. Same thing with the mom. Scorpio is the dark mother. And so I feel like there's a lot of like pattern recognition, familial pattern recognition, generational pattern recognition that's coming up. So peep game. On October 28th, we have the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, y'all. And I feel like, you know, these eclipses that are coming in this go round, they ain't here to play. They never been here to play. But shit's getting real in a different way. And I'm going to do a separate video on the lunar eclipse, but I do feel like our connections to our emotions will be altered with this lunar eclipse. You know, this is the moon that we're talking about. So stay tuned for that separate video on the lunar eclipse. Then on November 4th, Saturn goes direct in Pisces. And Saturn in Pisces is the 8 of Cups, y'all. And so I do feel like there is a shift in time that will be felt. There is a shift in like direction that will be felt. Saturn in Pisces is like, I feel like the retrograde helped reveal to you what your actual comfort zone is, what needs to be removed. These eclipses are showing you what's being diminished or needs to be diminished. And Saturn, I feel like, is helping us get back on track. I feel like how to get structured becomes clear. What structure is for you, what your particular brand of discipline needs to be comes to you. I just feel like the vision, the vision, the structure is clear, and the emotional scaffolding is stronger than it was before. And I just feel like you're going to be given a platform to, you know, propel beyond yourself, this old version of yourself. And the 8 of Cups denotes an upward motion. He is like in the 8 of Cups, he's, let me see if I can find it. In the 8 of Cups, there it came right, no, that's, oops, not, I thought. Well, there's gonna definitely be surprises, but the 8 of Cups denotes like turning away from something that is established. And there is an incline, there is an upward motion towards what you want, towards, you know, if it's success, whatever it is that you're striving for, I feel like it is a bit of an uphill climb. And fine, thank you. Just when I was about to give up. See what I mean? He is stepping upward. There is an incline that's required. And so there is something here about, I don't care how much how much you invested in something else, it's time to move up. It's time to go forward. And Saturn direct in Pisces is gonna show you how to do it. I feel like there's structure coming into your belief system. Structure and like rules and a routine, and it's entangled or entwined with your faith and your belief system. And so I do feel like there's a lot of like spiritual awakenings that are coming in that are going to alter your beliefs. I also feel like there's something like solid in faith. You know what this makes me think of? How nobody's talking about it, but I saw something where some institution claims that they have found the Ark of the Covenant, and that it's beneath the Temple Mount in Israel, which conspiracy theories flying about why this the attacks have started, and that they're happening there because apparently that's underneath the Temple Mount is where the Ark of the Covenant is, and that they're talking about revealing it to the public. And so I feel like there's something here about like undeniable, something undeniable that like incites faith or incites belief. There is something firm and foundational and solid in the realm of like spirituality or religion or beliefs or artistry or this like the dunya, the world, this physical world that we live in. I just feel like there is some sort of like discovery or a solidification of something spiritual. It's gonna manifest in a multitude of different ways, so we'll see. On November 8th, Venus goes into Libra, and ooh-wee, I just feel like that's real cuffing season then. There is definitely a lot going on about like love and sweetness and togetherness. And I wrote down for this because as I was doing this notes, I was listening to music, and when I wrote this down, a Paramore song was on, and she says, love is not a weakening. When Venus goes into Libra, I feel like we're going to be reminded of the strength of love. The fact that all this shit has always been about love anyway. And anybody who says anything otherwise is fucking fooling themselves. You know, this simulation, this game of life that we're playing, it's the root of it is love. And so understanding like love is not a weakening. Even if love comes in and hurts you, it strengthened you in some sort of way. It doesn't, love is not supposed to make you weak. It doesn't make you weak, you know? So I do feel like standards are definitely, Venus in Virgo is already high standards. Venus going into Libra, I feel like really pushes our standards where they're supposed to be. Where it's just like, I'm a fucking goddess, I'm a fucking god, act accordingly. Respond appropriately. Period. You know, and so I do feel, and not operating from like some self-righteous shit, just like, I know my worth. I know who I am. I know who I belong to. Okay. On November 10th, Mercury, the planet of the mind, goes into Sagittarius, and our thoughts and words will be colored by curiosity, colored by this hunger and desire for freedom, a hunger, a desire for adventure. Justice almost just popped out. So I feel like Mercury going into Sagittarius is going to help us to redefine justice, help us to articulate the injustices that have been present so that we can find a way to get closer to one accord in regards to like what we want as a people, as a species, you know, and what is needed. Mercury going into Sagittarius, I feel like, is going to be helping us progress as a collective by way of articulating, by way of using our fucking words, using our minds, being more masterful with our thoughts, words, and minds. And then lastly, on November 13th, we have the new moon in Scorpio. And that is an important time to plant the true seeds of your desires. What to devote yourself to that will break obsessive thoughts or obsessive behaviors. If you're obsessively like, oh my God, I don't like my body, I don't like the way my thighs look, then it's time to devote yourself, Taurus, devotion. Devote yourself to working out that body part, or working out, or like, you know, doing what you can to like action. And consistent action can break intrusive or obsessive thoughts. Action supersedes thought. And so there is something here about like whatever has you looping in the mind, or whatever you've been like really like caught up in or stuck in. I just feel like there is some sort of activity or action that you can devote yourself to that will break that obsession. So any messages for like astrologically for Scorpio season? the Four of Cups reversed with the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Damn, and then the Six of Wands. And then the Ace of Wands. Ayy. There's a lot of firepower coming in. Mars and Scorpio is not going to be fucking around. Mars and Scorpio, I feel like, is going to give you the courage to shoot your fucking shot. And if you do it, you will be victorious and rewarded. Period. This is the eight, collectively, this is the 8 wands. And the 8 of wands, like the pace is picking up. There's stuff coming in. And I feel like the stuff that comes in is a direct result of actions that you have taken. And so with the Four of Cups reverse coming out, I feel like the astrological placements that are taking place in Scorpio season are specifically designed to generate an emotional outpouring, are specifically designed for you to like clear out the contents of your heart, clear out the contents of your life, clear out the contents of your body. They're specifically showing you the ways that you are being guarded, closed off, where you're not being receptive, and you need to be receptive. I feel like what astrologically is taking place is preparing you for motion, preparing you for receptivity, preparing you to take charge, to like go for it. I want to clarify the Ace of Wands. Please clarify that Ace of Wands. I feel like by way of you being fucking brave, what is that? Fortune favors the bold? That's exactly what this is. If there was a sentence or a quote that went with these 3 cards, it's fortune favors the bold. And I feel like the first bold step that needs to be made is accessing your true desires. Being brave enough to really be honest about what it is that you want. And then the second brave step is moving towards it. That will require a severing. It will require a moving away. It will require, not physically, but it will require distance from other activities or certain people. And it will require you to get receptive because you're going to be making room. And the Ace of Wands is bringing in new opportunities, new connections, new ideas. Damn. New friends, new company. The Ace of Swords. Sorry, come the fuck on. The Ace of Swords being coming out to clarify the Ace of Wands lets me know it's like blessings upon blessings, tools upon tools are being given to you. A crown is being given to you, moving from a helmet to a crown. That's a damn level up if I ever heard it. But you will be required to like say how you feel, to be honest about how you feel, to operate in authenticity, and to take the blindfold off. Put your weapons down and motherfucking move something, baby. Move towards stability. Move towards those ambitions. Because it's your fucking destiny. I love you. Scorpio season's about to be lit. We got this.